Okay, hi guys, my name's Clint. Everybody called me Grizz, my friends call me Grizz. I'm going to be adding on to the last video I did. We've been discussing the anatomy of the punch, breaking down the punch, just giving you a little bit more finer details for you that's training at home, that wants to really work on speeding up your punches, maximizing your power, maximizing your range, all those little things. A lot of people cover the practical things. Sometimes you just need to dial it back a little bit and cover the smaller little nuances that make quite a big difference when you work on them. So what we're going to discuss today, in the last video, I discussed basically how to use the shoulder when you're punching, to throw the shoulder and to throw the hip. So we discussed the arm as a hammer. So I'm going to basically go through a drill that I like to do, drill when I'm trying to work on my speed and eliminating my tells. Now, me, I'm a biggish guy. I'm about 6'4", 6'4.5", somewhere around there. About 100, I vary between 104 and 110, depending on how much I'm enjoying my life and how good life is, and how much I'm training, of course. So yeah, as a norm, I'm expected to be a little bit slower than the average Joe, which in theory I am, but in practice I'm not, because what I do tend to do is I work a lot on eliminating my tells. So I do little drills where I focus and teach my body what it needs to do and how it should feel when I'm hiding my jab, hiding my right, without having to load or try and generate too much power. Obviously the jab's never a power punch, so it doesn't really matter. You don't want to throw the power. It's all about eliminating all those tells and actually landing them. Once again, rather land at 50% than miss at 100%. Big mistake a lot of people make. They try and knock you out with every punch. Total waste of time. You've got to set up, you've got to learn how to move, you've got to learn how to eliminate all those tells. So a little drill that I like to do that you guys can do at home, you can do it anywhere basically. So after your workout, whatever you're doing, take 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Obviously the more time you do the drill, the better you're going to get at it. It's a repetition thing. It's teaching your body the muscles that you need to utilize, eliminating load, etc. Yeah, so whatever time you put in, that's going to benefit you. Okay? So basically how this is going to work is I'm going to take up my stance at range. So there's my range there. There's the back. Perfect. So now what I want to do is I'm going to stand, good posture, maintain position, keep the hands up, and I'm going to watch my body. I want to actually watch that I'm not loading or trying to generate too much power. I'm going to go from 0 to 100 as quick as I can. So I'm going to go from this position here, bend the legs obviously, because it starts in the toes. Everything starts in the toes when we throw a punch. So I'm bend the legs from this position. I'm just going to snap it out and bring it back. Remember, we throw the shoulder, not the hand. Focus on the shoulder and the hip, not the hand. So from there, so there I started getting into a little bit of a flow. Obviously, as you can see, I don't train much at the moment. A little bit tired just from that. But yeah, that's a nice little drill to do. Slow it down, don't start like I did. Slow it down when you start off, just do one at a time. Just there. Nice and slow. Now, what I want you to focus on when you're doing this, and this is super important, when you throw, a mistake a lot of guys make when they throw is they keep that head center line. So they're jabbing like that, okay? Problem is, you jab at the same time, you're both going to take a shot. Second problem is you're losing a lot of your range. So imagine I was a skewer and I had a pole run through my body. Imagine your body turning like that. So I want to maximize my range by doing that. So the easiest way I try and explain to you guys, from this position, when I punch, replace your chin with your shoulder. So instead of doing that, do that. So if you watch from the side, you're going to get a better perspective. Now, how often do you spar and you throw a jab and it just misses his nose? It's like, oh, damn, it was so close. Exactly. You've got to learn to let that shoulder go. So if I'm here, this is me extending my shoulder. Whoop, you see my range now? Now look what happens when I replace my chin with my shoulder. There. Just that range there is the difference between landing and totally miss it. That's how I can break someone's nose, just by extending that shoulder. Bah, bah, bah. The other benefit, obviously, is when I do that, when I release that, I actually load my right hand more. So it's there. Now my right hand's super loaded. I've got a lot of power in that hand. So just by releasing those shoulders, I create more load, and that's eliminating more tilt. So very simple. A nice little drill for you to work on, simple things to focus on. Remember, throw with the shoulders and the hips, don't throw the hands at the bag. And try to do that basic drill there. If you can do 3 or 5 minutes after every single workout, do it properly. Remember, hands on the cheeks, snap it out, bring it straight back, create good habits. Remember, perfect repetition creates perfect habit. Shit repetition creates shit habits. Okay? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Good luck with the training, have fun. I'll see you guys soon.